was playing well up until that point. Like he was poking well, he was doing so much, he won lane, like
he solo killed him.
Yeah, I'm just hoping he says that, okay guys, let's not do it. Let's just get an easier way to win the game.
And we're back. As we're still talking about how draft is going to go for this. A lot of strong opinions. What do we think?
Sniper
C9, yeah, he is just straight up.
The vibes are immaculate for 100.
Yeah.
This is what I'm saying, man. It's like the pressure is not on them. I feel like they've already, accomplished a lot. Whereas Cloud9, that's a team that's like you win the championship or you failed, and they might not even make it to Worlds. So I feel like the pressure is insane on those kind of rosters.
We were talking about it earlier. Like everybody but River has not made Worlds yet on this 100 Thieves roster. So for them to win this series is like such a major accomplishment to them. But then you look at C9, like everybody, I think, but Thanatos has been to these major tournaments.
Yeah, and that's what they're expected to go, right? There was a lot of talk about, the C9 JoJo pickup and how that's supposed to be this massive move that was really supposed to set up C9 for success. And they have not been able to reach that level of success. Of course, they're not out of this series just yet, but I mean, just look at JoJo's face and look at Sniper's face, right?
Yeah, JoJo's so nervous right now.
The player cams tell me so much about them casting.
Blaber is also very... All of them look like...
Of course, you've got to be sweating. You're one game away from what is going to be considered an absolute failure.
You said it best, Zale, where the expectations for C9 compared to 100 Thieves are like so different.
Night and day.
Like everyone is just happy 100 Thieves are in this match. They're happy they're top 4, but for C9, it's like you said, if you don't win, it's like almost a failure.
Yep. Well, everyone's going to call it a failure, guaranteed.
Yeah. And as we see the bans coming through, it is interesting. C9 are still sticking with the Smolder Lilia bans. I feel like Inspired, you guys really did scar them for life with,
I guess
with the
so.
Smolder.
I think they still think they're playing
and they do not want to play it. As we see,
it's Quid, it's Quad, you get it mixed up. It happens to me sometimes too.
100 Thieves loosening up a bit on their bans.
Ziggs
We might see a Ziggs first pick.
I don't think that's what you want to do.
Oh no, I feel like that's so cooked. Berserker has played it. He played it once in playoffs.
It didn't look that good, though.
It didn't look very good, and prior to that, he had played it once in his entire career in LCK CL. He's 0-2 on the pick in his entire career. Has not really played it at all, and it's just like we're talking about. Give the guy a champion that he is known for, that he can take over on. It's the hyper carries, exactly.
Like Ziggs to me is a nullifier in the bot lane.
Yeah,
but
it's like that's what
do you have to nullify
think Tomo should be playing. Yeah.
I mean, in my opinion, this was a Renekton first pick angle. Like Nari's banned, you know that they're gonna pick Renekton 1-2, and I think just give Thanatos Renekton.
So now, what do you actually want to see them pick for JoJo? Because I feel like you need an AD carry pairing. You need something in there, or they're going to be in the exact same situation.
Corki Kai'Sa.
It's Corki Kai'Sa.
They could be going back to the OG stats of Corki Kai'Sa Ziggs.
Oh, Leona.
It's not a Corki.
Well, the Kai'Sa, it hasn't worked out for Thanatos very much. He did go 1-3, obviously, in your series with it. He got, I think, 1 win maybe in the regular season. No, I think he actually had no wins in the regular season on it. He was 0-2. I think he's like 1-5, 1-6 or something like that on it throughout the season. And he is really well known for his lane dominance, but of course, going to be on more of a nullifying pick. It's like a nullifying pick in Berserker Ziggs, and more of a nullifying pick here as well.
Now Tomo decided to just go for the Kai'Sa.
Am I on camera?
Yeah.
No. Are you on mic?
And that is something that he's been super comfortable with previously, or like he has played. My interesting thing here is what C9 end up doing with the Ziggs if they do flex it mid.
I think it's Ziggs bot for sure.
You do?
No way.
It's 100% Ziggs bot. There is no JoJo in the deciding game of this season.
Yeah, that's true.
But you would have said the same thing about Berserker.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why there's Ziggs on my screen.
I don't know why there's Ziggs on my screen either. I'm actually really surprised. And I don't know, man. I'm just getting the feeling that it's a 100 Thieves series. They just feel like they're kind of in the zone, and Cloud9 to me feels like they're really overthinking what they need to do in draft. I just think that Cloud9 needs to just play standard stuff that they are comfortable playing. It's the same thing that they've done all split long. This is a team that we talked about it. They're 10-1 against teams other than your two teams, right? Yeah. Like what they were doing was already working, but they seem to be feeling like they have to change the recipe.
I do really like this Kai'Sa pick. It's what Berserker picked game 2 in their only win against 100 Thieves. And it was Kai'Sa into Ziggs, and now they're just swapping the matchup. So it looks pretty good in game 2, so I'm looking forward to how Tomo plays it this time around.
Yeah, I think you're trying to pick a jungle on 4 and let Quid get the last pick in this case. But what would you pick for River?
I like taking the Maokai and the Vi away, even...
I mean, Ivanban, maybe they're looking for the Sejuani. I mean, it's still an endgame champ that River likes to play.
And Quid does love a lot of melee mid laners, right?
Yeah.
So if you go Sejuani here, then it opens up for a potential counter pick of like Yone or Yasuo or whatever,
and
like
Kai'Sa
some sort of
can
melee
also go
pairing.
the AP build. You know, you can get the Nashers, Hourglass, like you can get a whole bunch of AP items. So she can even fill the AP role.
So what? Maybe Yone for Jojo is gonna be the pick now, because they also want a AD champ in the mid lane. But Yone against Rell, Kai'Sa, Sejuani, Renekton.
Then you're playing no ADC again, right? And it's one of those difficult to execute.
Can you blind pick
like.
the ADC here against Yasuo, Sejuani?
That's the tough part, right? That's what I feel like they kind of painted themselves in that corner instead of just going.
for Blaber.
Yeah.
I think it's a decent pick. Looking pretty good against the 400 Thieves house.
It looked really good when Contracts played into 100 Thieves, even though they did lose that series. He was, or was it? No,
Corki.
It was a Dignitas, yeah.
Doesn't 100 Thieves just go Zeri now? Or
they could go Zeri, they could go Yasuo, Yone.
Yeah. I actually like Yasuo here.
I will say, you want to play Yasuo into Leona and Skarner though?
Well,
I feel like that's
think
tough.
The mid matchup itself is pretty good. And then you do have a lot of setup. Like you have the Rell, you have the Sejuani for some type of knockups. I don't know if it's the best into Leona, but like mid lane perspective, one-on-one is okay.
Yeah, that totally makes sense. I just always find like when you're playing Yasuo against point and click CC, it's kind of similar to LeBlanc where you can get locked down. But it is going to be Yone as that final pick here, and 100 Thieves potentially could lock their LCS final spot and their Worlds ticket in this game. Take it away, casters.
All right, thank you all very much. Here we go. 100 Thieves with the full Sind composition, all 5 ready to dive. C9, though, switching it up a bit. Berserker on the Ziggs. I know a lot of people, myself included, always like seeing Berserker on classic carries. This is not that role. We'll see how well he can do on it. Blaber also playing the Skarner. We got to see this earlier in playoffs from Energy in their elimination series. They did not ultimately win that series, but Contracts' performances on the champion were very good.
Been trying to hype up the Skarner ever since it got those buffs. Flowers is right back to the top, honestly. And the build is pretty HP heavy with it, but you can go for the Ziggs rush instead if you want to be like more pro oriented. But man, the Heart Steal into the Sterix Gauge is so effective for solo queue. The solo queue win rate just skyrocketed. Contracts, as you mentioned, was such a massive influence on those Energy games, even though they weren't able to win them. So I would also say Skarner really does like being into multiple short-range opponents, so you can get really big ultimates. We'll see about the value there. But your topic of the Ziggs Flowers, Berserker has 2 Ziggs games for his career, and it is 0-2 so far. So this would be, if Cloud9 are able to keep their hopes alive, his first Ziggs win.
And I just want to take a breath right now and acknowledge the moment that we're in. Because at the start of the year, we were thinking 100 Thieves was going to be a bottom-of-the-pack team, and Cloud9, with 3 former MVPs, was going to run away with the league. We're now 1 game away from them being eliminated, and that's why we have this stat. This is the Blaber era, basically. In elimination matches, that's a lot of games, actually. Let's get that graphic down. There's no way they played 50 elimination games.
That's a lot of games.
Yeah. So either way, acknowledging the moment that we're in right now where this super team with 3 former MVPs that was unanimously expected to be the best team of 2024 is now 1 game of being eliminated by this team where Quid, he was the guy in 2023 who was getting memed on for building Crown of the Shattered Queen too often on the double lift version of 100 Thieves. We have Sniper in his absolute rookie split. We have Tomo, who was on Dignitas and then teamless for most of the split, and now trying to get his revenge to Worlds. It would be such an accomplishment for 100 Thieves to make this happen.
To your point, Jatt, about the All-Pros and the star power on Cloud9, the All-Chat, Sniper's getting in there. He said, 2-team All-Pro, focus up, bro. Talking trash to Thanatos already, throwing some question marks in there as well, but back onto the actual game. We do have the lane swap, and so we are going to see these top laners roaming around. Sniper goes through the jungle, through enemy territory, honestly, but
And this is one thing we were talking about at the top of the day. Compared to the other two top teams in Liquid and FlyQuest, Liquid especially, who likes to lane swap a ton, whose top laners are both very experienced, these top laners are very green. So lane swapping is an entire extra sort of pressure of a different type of League of Legends that you have to learn. So how well Sniper and Thanatos can pilot this lane swap scenario, which, let's just be honest, this is cheeks if you're a top laner. Like, nobody likes playing top lane in a lane swap, but it's a responsibility that you have. I'm really curious to see who ends up coming out on top in this trade.
And this is something where 100 Thieves has struggled a little bit. This is definitely one of the more passive lane swaps as of now, though, with Sniper and Tomo sharing experience and Berserker and Thanatos sharing experience up top. So no one's giga-starved as of yet. And this kind of becomes about the mid lane, if you can get like a cheeky gank off. Otherwise, it's just a slight advantage to 100 Thieves because they don't have the fortification in bot lane.
And you can see both supports already rotating around that mid lane. Very early on, VULCAN was there at level 1. They got a really nice trade for about half of Quid's HP super early, knowing that Yone needs to play this matchup very aggressively. Eyla was just there as well. But now, it looks to me like 4 Thieves here in the bottom lane as River will hit his level 4, stealing away the enemy Krugs. Thanatos will be left to his own devices up there in top side as that massive wave just continues getting eaten by the turret. It's 1 plate down in the top lane, tier 1 for C9, as 100 Thieves are about to claim their 3rd plate here in the bottom lane because the turret is so much more vulnerable.
Whoa, Cloud9 are going to go for the defense here. They're calling Blaber over to usher their bot lane in. Look at the timing on the minions as well, dropping. So 100 Thieves do deny a lot on the bottom side, but this is also counterbalanced by the top side, where even Sniper teleporting up to Thanatos now, he's going to be a full level down. Thanatos up there, the Kai'Sa was left very early on for solo experience, and with the all-chat banter at the very beginning, you know, he does come out with a bit of an advantage when they actually match up, plus his teleport.
Thanatos should be really happy about that with the early advantage, as long as...
Arctic Assault flash from River, follow-up from Quid, forces out the flash of JoJo, so it's actually 1 flash for 2, favoring C9 there.
But still full send for 100 Thieves. Their name of the game this entire series have been, let's get Quid in a good position, let's take JoJo out of the game. So with no flash, they're going to be making some repeat ganks in mid lane, I am sure of it.
You would have to think so, especially after how last game went. I feel like you want to target the guy who already just had a miserable experience, the guy whose back is now against the wall, having to fight for his life to continue to play League of Legends this season. Blaber looking for an invade here against River, but that chicken camp will be easily defended. Both of these junglers just big old meatballs in this one.
All right, so Sniper at least is going to get the push out on top side. Thanatos will be very happy to catch the rest of those, still retain his level lead as we have another circle around on mid. You mentioned that the flashes were blown offensively as well. That includes Quid.
Oh, Blaber coming in for the E-stall impact on Quid, but he cannot quite find it. So Quid can walk away from that one, but he takes big damage.
Really good sidestep, though, not allowing that Blaber E to connect. Otherwise, he might have taken a bunch more damage. Now he can just door and shield up, potion, and probably stay in the lane. I'm really curious to see how the support roams factor into this game, mainly because with the Ziggs lane, you expect the support to leave more often, but because the lane swap was 3 plates in the bot lane, if VULCAN leaves and Berserker gets chunked out, that would just be first turret and accelerate the Kai'Sa very early on in the game, so it hamstrings them a little bit as Blaber is looking to make maybe another move into the mid lane.
And I definitely think they should focus on these grubs. They've got the level lead on Thanatos and top side, so that's a level 6 Kai'Sa. Really just gives you full top prio. Easy for Blaber here to start these up, and he's going to have a little bit of an edge. They're even swapping again now. They actually called Berserker and VULCAN on their recall.
Yep, and interestingly enough, this will be the first time in the series where the Dragon is not taken evenly with or before that first pot of grubs as well. So C9 should be able to secure this one free of charge, as 100 Thieves doesn't have much of a response, with Sniper a full level of EXP behind, like you already mentioned, with Quid so low on health here versus jojopyun in the mid lane. River will just come up and annoy him a little bit, but there's not really a whole lot you can do with Rell and Sejuani into Corki. Jojo can just walk away from it.
Yeah, a little bit of question mark ping there with Eyla and River both sharing space in the mid lane. No jungle camps, no objective to secure, but it's also potentially answering this reswap by C9. So they're really moving this Ziggs around the map and trying to make this mid-game as chaotic as possible. I will say, if C9 can execute this well, this is something 100 Thieves didn't respond to well when they played Team Liquid. That was probably Sniper's worst series we've seen him play, when he was just pulled all around the map by Team Liquid. But C9 is not TL, and 100 Thieves has a bit more practice, so I'm expecting them to respond to it better this time around.
Exactly. That's what I was talking about earlier, right? It's just so different. It's such a weird game state compared to traditional lanes, and being able to find the best way to deal with a bad situation as a top laner is a critical skill in these types of moments. Quid immediately needs to reverse that soul unbound. Once you miss the Q3, there's not a whole lot more to follow up on, especially on Leona. So the gold lead is dead even between our two squads now. Dragon still up again. This is a pretty late first Drake compared to the standard set in the rest of the series. Jojo valking away as soon as he drops the ward over the wall there.
And Cloud9, initially, if you're tracking Berserker Ziggs' movement out of base, it was headed towards top, but then pivots to come back towards bottom here. So trying to get their duo lane back on the Dragon side of the map. Blaber as well is level 6 on the Skarner. Whenever you have flash plus ult here for Skarner, a lot of possible plays can be made. Same could be said there here for the Sejuani though, and since you've got the melee mid laner, 100 Thieves are going to use their push on bot to immediately start this up, and Kai'Sa really does a lot of work on Dragons.
And it's one thing you got to remember too, with this new modern version of Skarner, flash ult is not what it used to be, where it's just instant, we got the guy, let's go. You still have the cast time, you still have to deal with that and making sure that they're not ready to react to it. So I'm looking to see the rest of the team be able to set him up. Following up a Leona engage with a Skarner ulti, now that's money, but Cloud9 have to find that coordination together.
And here's another move by Berserker. He ults the wave bot lane to make sure 100 Thieves can't push it in. Then he immediately TPs top to try and push Sniper off the wave. There's already a level advantage for Thanatos over Sniper, and it's likely going to extend here as he has no one nearby to help him with the wave. But it could be traded for this turret for Tomo. Who can get it first?
Yeah, okay. 100 Thieves, they're racing for it. They have a whole lot less health to cut through. C9 does have the Ziggs. They will have the Satchel to try to do that execute here. 100 Thieves is moving pretty slow, and C9 brings in the Demolition Crew. It's first turret for them.
It's not a fair race, Flowers. Got the bombs there. Execute on the tower. Berserker gets it done. First turret bonus. It's still going to be 100 Thieves, getting a bunch of money into specifically the Kai'Sa, though. Tomo, who is such a big part of this comp. The Kai'Sa, we talked about last time when they played up against the Ziggs, and it was kind of reverse scenarios, and they actually had the lane phase there. But Tomo now with his hands on the Kai'Sa and getting some solo tower gold here, whereas the Ziggs on top side did share it, and it was spread between Cloud9 members as they were trying to rush through to get the first turret bonus.
And I don't think it's just Tomo being a big, important part of the comp. He's such an important part of the team. We've heard from him about how vocal he is as a player. We've seen how vocal he is on social media. It feels like he's really got something to prove after being teamless, like you were talking about for a while, going back down to NACL, being summoned back up as the sub when Meech needed to step back, and he's really just done so much for this team. He's played Ziggs so far in the series, now back on the traditional marksman role where you can really show off and go for those big plays. I want to see if he can deliver in the clutch moments.
And it really is important to me to funnel the money onto the Kai'Sa early to get your static shiv so you can just delete minion waves. That allows you to then move from mid first, and since you have killer instinct, it's this little combo of you get a couple seconds advantage with your static shiv clearing so quick, then you get to roam with your ultimate as well. And look at this blast cone.
Over the wall.
River's in.
River's in there. First grub secured by, I believe, C9 as 100 Thieves is ready for the engage, but River goes in way too early. Nobody else is around him. VULCAN is zoning away the rest of the roster as Thanatos chases after the Sejuani. Now Sniper is ready to work together there with the Yone. Their fate is sealed, but they're ready to go all out with Thanatos. Sniper's down now as 100 Thieves rage forward. Quid needs a little bit more damage, but he ain't gonna find it here just yet. He's locked up. He's shut down. He is refused, and Cloud9 will not go quietly here just yet. VULCAN dies on the very back end of the fight. Blaber is low, Thanatos is low, River is in, and it's a double kill for the Kai'Sa. Thanatos is on the run, and blood soaks the top side River for both teams.
These are the moments that make and break seasons for both of these teams, and it looked like River might have gone in too early, but he buys so much time on the top side as Thanatos is distracted for Sniper and Quid's re-engage.
Exactly. Watch Sniper. He flashed in to get the stun that set up the Yone ultimate, and then Eyla comes over the top for the re-engage.
Totally missed Ziggs' ultimate is huge as everyone ran through it. So when they continue the fight, they have the health to make this happen. At this moment, it did look like C9 had turned it, but they just keep returning fire. Tomo ends this fight with 3 kills on this Kai'Sa. River with his flash at the tail end was huge.
And again, another last hit with the W there following River's engage. So more and more money onto the Kai'Sa. Small difference there too. River, after the initial play, had gone to finish the grubs as we see another engage on bot.
Okay, nobody really in danger here from C9. Jojo's the only viable target there because the Leona and Skarner are not going to be that scared of a potential Sejuani jumping on him without a ton of firepower behind him. The gold, though, I gotta make sure we point out, this gold is still neck and neck between the two teams. 100 Thieves with the single kill lead, all the money on that Kai'Sa.
Yeah.
The static shiv completed, the ability to destroy the waves you guys were talking about earlier, working towards that second item completion next, as 100 Thieves setting up around this bottom side river. Cloud9 wanting to do the same. They're the ones now past the midpoint. They're the ones pushing up, trying to force onto this tier 1 turret here in the bottom lane with 45 seconds left on the plate money. Berserker is here. The Ziggs is ready for demolition duty. 100 Thieves still looking for an angle of approach. River's gonna lose his Arctic armor. Feels a little bit more dangerous now as VULCAN continues going forward. Blaber with the Ishtal impact will not collide with River. He can use the Arctic Assault just to continue creating space.
It's still a lot of plate gold going over to C9, but now with the Dragon up, there's almost 2 concurrent objectives going on.
Oh, Blaber's the one to be caught now. Manages to get himself away before a whole lot more punishment, but it cost the solar flare from VULCAN. That's the big primary engage tool, and that means that 100 Thieves will force C9 back and secure themselves their second Drake of the game. But importantly, the Herald is also spawning now. C9 has first rotation to the top side river for this one.
Man, what a game we have right here. It is so difficult for C9 to actually get a good fight because Berserker needs to combo with Leona CC. Everyone on 100 Thieves is so elusive, and then Jojo, he's just getting zoned out of so many of these fights by the Yone and the Renekton. So it's, again, not to make it all about Jojo, kind of all about Jojo. He needs to have such a big game with the way this team comp is constructed, and 100 Thieves is controlling the space right now very well.
Yeah, and they actually teleport Jojo away from this play. Cloud9 not going to go into that. They do not want any part of fighting that Rift Trail. You have to give it up to 100 Thieves. And I would say also, really big play from River. You know, he actually is able to lure Blaber away, and then they prey on him with their vision advantage from the brush from mid, and getting that chunk onto Blaber and then pushing them out. And as you say, Flowers, using the extra peel of the Leona ultimate, like that play was just a missed play from Blaber attempt on River, and then River hitting his play onto Blaber and soaking up just enough cooldowns, even though they don't get a kill, to earn themselves objectives.
I think this is also Corki Gaming, what Jojo just did there. APA did a lot of it yesterday, using his teleport and just getting turrets, because you can get 2,000 or 3,000 gold ahead of the other melee champions just by stealing waves and killing turrets. So that's the type of stuff that C9 need to do. They need to show a lot of patience so Jojo can actually get the items to be the carry in team fights.
The Corki motto, get rich or die trying in the side lanes. Always go for those towers, always go for that greed money. That one wasn't necessarily greed as it was a trade, but we'll see. Definitely have to get yourself out there to really fund the build. And Trinity Force plus the Muramana transformation is where it really peaks. And then you start to get, rapid fire and stuff coming in as well, and you really get to abuse the range.
Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about a couple of other builds here. It is the Ziggs approach from Blaber. It's not as much raw health as that solo queue Heartsteel style build, but it does provide you more well-rounded defenses as well as the passive there for the lower econ of pro play. At the same time, it looks like Ziggs for Berserker going for that approach of Seraph's Embrace first as opposed to something more damage heavy like a Leandry's. He knows this entire 100 Thieves squad is dive, and they got their eyes on Berserker and Jojo.
And even though Cloud9 as a team have the gold lead and Jojo is ahead and Thanatos is ahead, from the 100 Thieves side, they're looking at Tomo still, but top side.
Yeah, nice! Ulti from Blaber, pulling both of them back in there. River wants to lock up JoJo, but he flashes back over the wall. Sniper's ready to flash after him. He wants JoJo, but River's already down. JoJo will be traded for him, and the fight breaks out. Fate seal right back onto Thanatos, and Kai'Sa's going nowhere. Quid getting the money on that one, and 100 Thieves goes 2 for 1.
Both teams were trying to trap there. They had the teleport behind from Thanatos, and Cloud9 actually got an early kill, but 100 Thieves bring everyone up just a split second earlier and find the extra kill. Now they're going to be able to take towers as well. Blaber can't do much about it. The Skarner's trying to farm his own jungle. They've got top side taken care of.
The value of those kills is not equal whatsoever. It's 2 solo laners for a jungler who managed to get off all his CC and shielding. So even though River was the first to fall, he absolutely gets the last laugh in this fight. And again, it starts with River trying to attack JoJo.
Yeah, both teams here trying to pull off plays. And you see the teleport came in early, so they're like, hey, we've got this trap, teleport, we'll get the kill onto River. But the teleport answered, and VULCAN coming.
Oh, that ult. The River ult was so huge, tagging JoJo over the wall as the teleport comes in. Again, gotta say that Ziggs ultimate, very low value, maybe taking a little bit of damage from Eyla. C9, if they're gonna pull off traps like that with Skarner, Ziggs ult's gotta come over the top of the Skarner ultimate, then they can get the one-shots.
Have to guarantee them. Let's see here. This is a very, very tense one. 100 Thieves also still have the ability to draw Cloud9 over to the Dragons with their pretty early Dragon stacking. Our next one's arriving soon. This is not the one that will break you. So if you don't have good positioning, you don't want to risk your series. You don't want to risk your season on this next Dragon. If the positioning is not right, do not go for it and wait for Dragon Soul. But they don't want to let 100 Thieves continue to accrue any extra power.
And it's a Cloud Soul again, which I think is the one that has the highest variance depending on your comp. For Cloud9, it's all right, sure, whatever. For 100 Thieves, Renekton and the Rell both love this Dragon Soul. If Eyla goes in for the engage, yet again the AoE!
They got JoJo!
Combo with Quid! JoJo is down again! 100 Thieves just keep finding him! A nice E-stall impact from Blaber, but it's too damn little! It's too damn late! The Thieves are here! Whatever is yours is now theirs! A triple kill for Tomo! A 4 for nothing! 400 Thieves! Unless Thanatos somehow keeps himself alive, the Kai'Sa fighting and fighting and fighting and fighting, but again, it's just not enough. Tomo 7-0-1.
They hand feed Tomo another one, and keep your eyes on Eyla. The Rell finds the angle. Tomo walks up, dodges a couple skill shots there, and he kind of baits. That was beautiful from the bottom lane as a whole. Tomo really baited JoJo there, dodges both of them, and allowed Eyla the follow-up. That was clean.
And then as the fight continues, Blaber can try his best to peel, but there's no damage. Ziggs has already burned his ult on the tanks. JoJo is already dead, so Tomo just gets to free hit 2 tanks to pick up the triple kill.
I gotta say, people, at the beginning of the year, everyone was ragging on 100 Thieves bottom lane. Tomo has come in, he has revitalized this team, and he works really well with Eyla. Both of them coming up huge in starting that fight, and Sniper is putting them in the ground.
And look, you saw on the reaction cam for JoJo. JoJo is normally one of our more emotionless players. He's always usually just chilling. Whatever happens, happens. You could see some frustration on his face with that one, as 100 Thieves are now over 2,000 gold ahead with the Herald used here mid. River wanted to hop in the Uber, but Cloud9 just Grand Theft Auto'd the car, blew it up.
But this is also the moment to put up or shut up 400 Thieves, because nobody expected them to get to this point, but now they actually have to close the deal. Stay calm, make the right reads, but they have to stay aggressive. They have the full send team composition. They have to keep making plays with so much on the line.
C9 really need to defend here. They gotta make sure that they don't let themselves fall any further behind. 100 Thieves with River and Eyla. These two have been so clutch throughout this series. The front line of this Thieves roster has been finding play after play. Eyla's Rell has been absolutely immaculate.
He might go.
He's in the tri-brush. JoJo spots him out with a Foss Bomb. But now Eyla just sees that as the opportunity to go right back in, but a big old combo. Blaber. They combo it together with Berserker finally. Is it going to be enough? Yes, the Thieves are forced back. Tomo goes legendary though. Sniper's about to die, so it's a 1-for-1. 100 Thieves, very low HP. Tomo still looking to see if maybe there's something else, but the Thieves are hurting after that one. A 1-for-1 trade when the dust settles.
Cloud9 comboed the ultimates together that time around. You saw the impact of the Ziggs ult actually landing, but in the end, still just a 1-for-1. Quid walked away so low on HP. Here's another look at how it started with Eyla in the brush.
Eyla starts it, but it's the best combo of Skarner Ziggs that we've seen yet. Gets huge amounts of damage onto both River and Eyla, but crucially, it's mainly because Jojo isn't the one who's getting one shot, and he can continue damaging throughout this fight. He finishes off Sniper with the final shot.
I cannot believe Quid lived. That had to be 10 HP.
So many low members on the side of 100 Thieves, but Tomo was so fearsome there. The Kai'Sa kind of buying them room. He kind of stepped up and dared anyone to chase.
On your screen right there, this would be, if 100 Thieves wins this game, this will be the second time since 2013, over a decade, that Cloud9 would not be sent to Worlds as one of North America's representatives. They do not want that to happen. 100 Thieves, 3-3 on going versus not going.
I like what the Thieves are doing now, setting up their split push. They've got Sniper level 11 with his teleport ready, so he pushes bottom while the rest of the team takes over vision coverage of this Baron, and it makes Cloud9 even more tense than they already were, trying to clear out some of the vision, moving up. You see them in group.
Yeah, even if 100 Thieves doesn't go for a fight here, I still love what they're doing because they're not letting Jojo get gold. They're delaying his eventual power as the Dragon timer continues to tick. So it just gives them another shot at Soul with lower income. Honestly, the more that 100 Thieves can just 5v5 mid lane and keep gold low right now, the better it is for them.
And just look at the itemization. That's what I'm going to be keeping track of as we work towards this Dragon. You can see the QSS on Quid to try to get away from the lockup. Seeker's arm guard completed for Tomo and not yet broken is going to be massive considering the importance of this Kai'Sa. Maximum possible bounty, 8-0. So much of whatever happens is all about Tomo, and Blaber just lost his flash with sub 60 seconds until the Dragon Soul for 100 Thieves.
Cloud9 were so worried about a Baron setup that they actually camp the Dragon lead in here for 100 Thieves. Because of the Soul Arrival in only 40 seconds, 100 Thieves get a very meaningful flash out of Blaber. The Skarner now not nearly as fearsome, and you have to believe that 100 Thieves are going to go for the Soul rather than trying to find the pick on the Baron, and it puts Cloud9 in a bind.
So that item stuff I was just talking about, even bigger deal now for 100 Thieves. Warmog's completed for both River and for Eyla. They can be as aggressive as they need to be with face checking, clearing vision, whatever. You can eat the poke from the Corki and the Ziggs, just regenerate it right back up. This is going to make it that much more difficult for C9 to get a foothold in this neutral territory.
This is so hard for C9. They don't have vision on the Drake, and we have Sejuani Kai'Sa who's going to be able to take it right now. Unless C9 is ready to just start the Baron, this is Soul gone.
For free. Zero cost. 100 Thieves will secure a Cloud Soul with a Renekton and a Rell on their team. That is so much team fight and engage power.
Even Kai'Sa flying in the back line and then going wherever the heck she wants with the incredible move speed.
They're committing to the split. They want to at least get a secondary tower out of it, but 100 Thieves are grouping.
Yeah, Quid already using the Soul Unbound. Sniper and Eyla off to the side as well, but it's just a defensive measure in case Cloud9 would have tried to make a move on Quid. 100 Thieves knows they don't have everybody up here just yet. They cannot fight without Tomo. That would be absolutely silly. Tomo does have now a third full item completed with the Nashors alongside the Ginsu and the Static. Thanatos here in the brush as River and Eyla are about to face check, but again, no commit from either side. This Kai'Sa is huge. As long as Tomo is in the fight and does not get exploded, it's hard for 100 Thieves to lose.
Going to be so fast as well after the Killer Instinct. Let's take a look at the brush. They get in.
Okay, they stun Thanatos. They drop an Ignite on him very early. Sniper has also already used the Dominus, but River's into the back line. Berserker's about to time him. If he goes anywhere else, he's all ready, dead. Sniper gets the kill. 3-man ulti from Blaber ain't going to be enough to do anything. Berserker and Jojo are already down. 100 Thieves will not be stopped.
Tomo is just too damn good. He flies in there. He tanks the Ziggs ult entirely. He uses the stasis. He allows 100 Thieves to just wipe the rest of the fight. They clean C9.
Great use of multiple points of power here from 100 Thieves. They draw Cloud9 over to the Baron, and it's River from the side who finds the initial engage for them, and they just steamroll. That is Baron, and that is more all chat from Sniper.
God.
Holy moly, he has no chill.
He
Whoa!
is relentless, and so are 100 Thieves in this game number 4, in this qualifying game for finals weekend and for Worlds, in this head-to-head to kick Cloud9 to the curb for the rest of the season. Here's how they did it again.
The absolute glow-up 400 Thieves, knowing that one win can get them to Worlds, being willing to pull the trigger here. Tomo just absolutely flies.
Oh my God.
Berserker flashed into the Sejuani ultimate as Tomo basically kills him, tanks everything with the stopwatch, and flashes to safety.
River has had so many 5-head Mega Mind plays in playoffs. It is crazy. He had the Lilia 3-person sleep into steal on the Baron to clutch it out. He has this prediction onto Berserker, flashes over, throws the ult, hits him after the flash. Insane stuff.
It's just too crazy. If we talk about pressure and who it would affect, River, he's the chillest guy you'll see. They could be down 10,000 goal elimination game. He's still laughing. He's probably having the best time right now.
I don't know how you couldn't be, man. 100 Thieves are looking great to close this series out. 7,000 gold ahead, 90 seconds left in the Baron as they clear out the remaining turrets standing outside the Cloud9 base.
100 Thieves' motto always was, take what is not given, and certainly the top 3 teams of the LCS had not been giving any of the other teams anything all season long, but now 100 Thieves, they are on the brink of just taking that world spot.
And even the whole year, when 100 Thieves was a surprise team in spring, winning a bunch of best of ones, people said, no, it's just the best of one difference. Everyone wanted to take a victory lap when 100 Thieves struggled to start Summer Split, but they sub in Tomo, they make things work, and now they're a fight away from Worlds.
Get ready. River or Eyla could always snap engage at any moment, and there it is. Blaber's about to die. He flashes over the wall, but Tomo's already legendary. River's going to take a bunch of damage back as the Mega Inferno Bomb comes over the top and over the wall. The fate's sealed. The game is about to be sealed. Jojo is dead again, and Tomo will not stop here. Sniper chases Thanatos all the way back away. River was the sacrifice, but it was a noble sacrifice indeed, as 100 Thieves have spearheaded their way into the base.
They're gonna do it here. They're going for the recall for Quid. 12-4 back in on the Nexus turrets. Double TP.
Both teleports coming in at the same time as 100 Thieves will put the finishing touches on this series. They will turn out the lights on Cloud9 season, and 100 Thieves are going to Worlds.
Sniper in his rookie split. Tomo after getting benched by Dignitas.
It's an incredible story by 100 Thieves.
Wow.
The way they come together as a team, the way they were on the brink of elimination in the series 2 days ago against Dignitas, to this amazing performance. It's well-deserved.
Not a single member of the team voted on the All-Pros, but in playoffs, they get it done.
100 Thieves shock everyone with that display. Let's join Emily on stage for an interview.
I'm gonna get in there. Stay around, River. I want the entire team. I'll pull you first, Sniper. We're all gonna talk. Congratulations. You guys just qualified for the World Championship. I rarely ask this question, but how does it feel?
I mean, it feels amazing, to be honest. Like, this is something my brother could never do, so I'm doing it for you, Amran. No, not at the other way. No, sorry. I meant, like, this is something Viper could, like, never achieve in his career, so this really means a lot to me, and I'm doing this for him, my family, and my teammates. Everybody's just been so supportive, and yeah, it feels amazing.
Congratulations. River, I think you're the only person on this team who has qualified for Worlds previously.
Yeah.
Congratulations. How proud are you of this squad?
I'm so proud of everyone, but especially Tomo. Like,
True.
Tomo carried us so hard. Yeah. So thank you, Tomo.
He did. He's not wrong. He did.
Quid coming over, qualifying for your Worlds, your first year. How much does it mean? 축하합니다, first of all. Congratulations. I don't know if, like, how do you feel?
I'm really happy because today I feel like we played as a team. Actually, we played really good playing as a team, and I feel like we just out macro them like every game. So I'm really happy, and yeah, I'm so happy.
Yeah, Quid. Let's go, Quid.
Tomo coming in. You were coming in a really like emergency substitute situation. How like you synced so well with this team right off the bat. So what was it like to kind of step in and earn these guys' trust almost immediately, it seemed like?
Yeah, I mean, first off, I just want to say, like, it's kind of crazy that a month ago I was literally playing Tier 2, and now I'm going to Worlds. Like, that's so hype for me.
Yeah, let's go, Tomo, the man.
I think everyone on the team was really supportive of my transition to the team, and yeah, I don't know, everything just clicked.
And then Eyla, also, congratulations. You're going to Worlds after working your butt off in Osh, coming over here, going through the challenger system. What are you feeling right now?
Honestly, it just feels really rewarding. I think everyone on the team tried really hard behind the scenes. We had a very big slump in the middle of the split, and honestly, it was looking really tough. So just really happy. We worked our asses off. We were trying to figure everything out, and I think it came into fruition today.
100%.
Coming off of, I think the most impressive thing to me is how you guys responded to what was a really dominating Team Liquid loss, I think. So I'll start with you, Sniper, because you're right here. Talk to me about what you think you improved and learned from that loss.
I was honestly like pretty depressed after we lost to TL, but I realized that like I just needed to like really work on my weak side gameplay, and like we're gonna just be any team, you know, that we can play against. So now that I've finally shown that, I think we definitely have a chance to win it all, and yeah, just do good internationally, you know. So yeah.
All right. Is there anyone you're looking forward to facing at internationals?
Yeah, I mean Zeus, bro. I'm coming for you. All right. T1 Zeus, you're on my watch.
Wrapping this up, River, you were awarded Player of the Series for the series, so congratulations.
Yeah.
I'll leave it off with you. Is there any player you're looking forward to, or what's the outlook like now that you guys have not only qualified for the World Championship, but Championship weekend?
Sorry, I don't understand. Sorry.
What do you think, like going forward, what's next for the team? Like, how are you going to beat FlyQuest now?
To be honest, I didn't expect we're gonna be C9 today, because
yeah, true.
Like we played so shit against Team Liquid, but after today's game, I feel like we can beat any team now. Like we played really well as team, so we can beat Team Liquid for sure.
Yeah.
Okay. And then lastly, you see everyone here in the crowd cheering for you, for all of you guys. Your prize pool just expanded thanks to LCS Twitch subscribers as well. So is there anything you'd like to say to them and this crowd that stayed to watch you win and qualify for the World Championship?
Thank you guys so much for watching us. Like, all you guys are amazing. Just coming out here and just watching our LCS games. It means a lot to me and my teammates. And yeah, just keep supporting us. We won't disappoint you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. Once again, congrats to 100 Thieves. And we will head over to the lounge to break that down.
Thank you very much, Emily, and congratulations, 100 Thieves. Honestly, I was a complete doubter. We were all complete doubters.
Me too. I'm saying it here. I didn't believe at all.
I didn't believe. It was absolutely insane. And at the end of the day, you have to give them so much credit. You know, obviously, people are going to talk to death the fact that Cloud9, should have drafted differently or played differently or whatever. But 100 Thieves came in, massive underdogs, really stepped up, and I think almost across the board seemed to like outperform their counterparts.
Honestly, like, I was not expecting Tomo, especially in that game 4, to have the the game he did. But then he was like popping off in pretty much every team fight, ulting forward, getting assassination kills. Like I think River himself had a very good game, but I think Tomo was like
the 1-2 punch.
Yeah. The 1-2 punch, yeah.
He played with like pure confidence.
Yeah, but you could tell, like 100 Thieves was like unleashed. They didn't care
vibes,
at all.
man.
And C9, all of their players just looked like they were scared of making a mistake. They were all like so stressed of losing the game that they were not themselves.
I always talk about it like you're playing not to lose instead of playing to win, right? Where you get in that mindset of you don't want to be the person who makes the mistake that costs you the game, and it can push you away from doing something that you know is right in the game.
And it's incredible that like River is the only guy on that team that made it to Worlds before.
Yeah.
And for all of them to have that opportunity and to play under that pressure and to have those moments, especially Tomo, we were actually talking about it, like you had shared that experience of being in tier 2 in one moment and then now
just randomly making Worlds.
Exactly.
Yeah. No, it has to feel so good for Tomo. I think like, especially for Tomo, but just everyone on the roster, like Sniper's new this year.
Yeah.
Quid is like, this is his 3rd split, I believe, of professional play. Ayla's been around for a while in OS, but I think this is still his first Worlds experience. I know when I made Worlds for the first time, I was happy for like literally the next entire week. So I can imagine it's the same way for everyone.
Same. I was even longer, I think. I was happy for so long.
Like I look at myself in the mirror, it's just like, I made Worlds.
I'm a Worlds mid laner.
You are just looking around, finally I will go play Worlds against Asian teams, like the teams that you always look up to. Yeah, it's always feels so good.
That's really, really cool. Well, congratulations to River is deserved because he is the player of the series. I think he was a monster throughout this series. That's Sejuani the flash predicts at the end. KP. 95% KP. He was everywhere, doing everything for this team. I think the Vi game, maybe we can criticize that pick, but it felt like his Maokai, he was on point. He locked down JoJo every single game on the Maokai. His Sejuani game was insane. This guy is a really good jungler.
Even the Vi game, like, even though they lost, I said
played well in it.
I felt like he played well. Like, he was doing anything he could to do. Like, it was just his champ that he couldn't really do anything. But the Maokai, in my opinion, was pretty excellent. Like, the Sejuani, I don't know, like, when the last team fight, when he manages to flank the Ziggs and predict his flash, like, we didn't really see it exactly on our screen. And I just knew that he had to find some insane
goat behavior
to make the team fight that one-sided.
Like, this play was crazy. Like, there were so many moments where they were just willing to go for plays like these to make dives happen. A lot of it was River basically making the play happen for himself, and then the team having the confidence to follow him up.
And I just think, this is always such a good reminder of how quickly public perception can change on players, right? And I think that it's good to kind of be measured in your judgments of players and teams. It was like 2 weeks ago, everyone was saying how 100 Thieves is so trash, and and Sniper fell off in summer, and it's too bad he wasn't good like he was in spring, and all these kind of things. They're going to Worlds, right? Like, they accomplished a lot. Whether or not they win the title, whether or not they can beat you guys, I think that's beside the point. I think they, definitely deserve to be, celebrated for that accomplishment. And it's really cool to see, such a young team be able to do it.
No, now that I take a step, you actually go first.
I agree. Like, even like today, all of our predictions, it's like 3-0, 3-1, C9, and then they come up. It wasn't even like a close series. Like, they dominated the series. It was 3-1 in their favor.
And I'm hearing from producers, only 4% of the Discord as well only like predicted the series. So like basically,
and that's going to be basically hardcore 100 Thieves fans only.
Exactly. Like, just doing it just out of heart, and just thinking about the series as a whole. If you take a step back, like, this team going into playoffs, it didn't even feel like IMT.
They were contenders to win.
Yeah, they were. A lot of the times, the IMT could have made it over. There were a lot of games in which, like, 100 Thieves, based off their early games, were struggling to make it to playoffs. So seeing the contrast of struggling to make it to playoffs, really locking in, picking up Tomo that you mentioned, and then being able to make this kind of run is crazy.
Yeah, I mean, they just seem like a completely different team. They always had good idea in the draft. They knew their win conditions. They played towards them. And even when they had the scaling comps, they were always looking for, like, those little skirmishes to not make the game, like, very slow, even though they're scaling. And with the scaling comps, they were like still snowballing the games. So it was pretty good, but don't want to take away credit from them. But what happened to Cloud9? They legit seemed like not the team that they used to be. Like, I feel like they didn't use the fact that Berserker is excellent ADC at laning. They played MF a lot. In last game, deciding game, they decided to pick Ziggs. I feel like they were just a bit lost.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely didn't look like themselves. But let's pull up our Samsung SSD Fast 5 for this week. We can check that out and see what the results are. Well, Cloud9 won something. Fastest 100 CS. There you
got
go.
him.
That is true. Good job, Thanatos.
It's going to be an interesting couple matches we do have remaining. Thank you to all our friends at Samsung for powering our stage PCs, all split long with the speed and reliability of the Samsung 990 Pro SSD. Let's take a look at the bracket. Inspired, are you shaking?
I'm not shaking.
You're not shaking.
Player of the series, Rivers going after you now.
That is true. That is true.
But the question is, you're not shaking, but should you be shaking? Because Cloud9 probably wasn't shaking either.
That's true. I think I will see after game 1 of our series when we play against them. I feel confident going into 100 Thieves. I think we are a better team. I think we are way better than Cloud9 was in like a stable game, and we have better idea on what we should be drafting. And now that we saw how 100 Thieves plays, I kinda already have some thoughts on what I should be focusing on playing against that team. So I'm confident going into a matchup against them.
All this is true, but what if Tomo is deft and 100 Thieves is DRX and they're going to win Worlds?
If Tomo is deft and 100 is DRX, then let it happen. I'm fine losing to them if they win Worlds.
All right, fair enough. Also take a look at the NACL bracket. FearX, Starforge, Play versus Fly Challengers. That's coming up next. We will see you all next Friday for the LCS Championship. We'll be back Friday, 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 p.m. Pacific after a 1-hour pre-show. That's going to be FlyQuest. This guy's going to be playing versus 100 Thieves. Let's send it over to the NACL now.
I'm looking row. Just chunk guys slowly. I want Corki. I'm looking flash. Corki. Nice. I'm looking zigzags. I'm looking zigzags. Careful, Kai'Sa. I'm helping you, brother. Look me, guys. Look me. I'm going mid, okay? Yeah.
Renekton should be that guy. I'm coming too. Yeah, look Renekton behind.
I'm okay.
I'm coming. Kill Renekton.
It's good.
RB.
Renekton, no flash.
Give me Baron. Keep chasing, I think. We're coming with you.
Look at RB.
Fly is good, guys.
Look at RB. Keep going.
Yeah.
Nice. Let's go, guys. Good comeback.
Nice. Watch me, guys.
Bye. Kill back.
Yeah. I feel like
Look me, okay? I'm looking over. I'm blocking Garen. Yes, flash ult, okay? Okay. Watch Renekton. We can kill everyone we can.
Look at.
Yeah, I'm watching.
Hey, guys, we can end, okay?
Renekton flash.
Yeah, kill Renekton.
Garen has ult. Let's just walk with our minions, guys.
Yeah.
Blaber end angle. Yeah.
No. C9 angle.
We can fight. Come.
Yeah.
Look.
Block that. Yeah.
We can win.
Look Nar one time. Nar.
I can go.
Half HP. Help Bill, guys. I'm at fault.
It's good. Do that.
Yeah. I'm gonna look Misfortune.
You guys can play in game. No flash MF. Just heal Alistar.
You can keep going.
Alistar.
KMF. It's only enough, guys.
Just K.
No some say.
We can win. Let's go. One more.
Go or not?
I have good angle.
Yeah.
Come here or not?
I'm gonna pick here. Look.
They're grouped together, guys.
Okay, Corki in the flash.
Yeah.
Corki.
Help Bill, guys. Look Corki.
Corki.
I'm looking Kai'Sa.
Corki, we win.
Yeah.
We sell Kai'Sa.
Look Kai'Sa. We can kill him. Kill Kai'Sa. No flash.
Can someone chase Kai'Sa?
I can come one time.
Let's chase.
Yeah.
You should be. It's all you guys.
Look.
They got out. Yeah, you can go.
No flash chicks.
I'm gonna look.
No flash chick.
I'll flash over low.
Corki dead. Just kill this guy.
Kill Skarner, no flash.
I'll W on
We can kill him.
Kill them.
Worlds, baby. Let's go.
Everybody.
Yeah. Rock your body.
Yeah.
Can you help me?
Everybody.
Alright, Banzo Rumble.
Yeah.
Nasus.
Orange is starting. Got it.